Итак, всех приветствую на своем канале. И сегодня мы будем проходить Kingdom Come Deliverance. Будем средневековым косипошей подниматься из грязи. Так, всех приветствую. И погнали. Что ж, из грязи в князи. Всех храни Бог. Всех вас храни Бог.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
А вот у нас наш косипоша.
Henry, get up now. There's work to be done.
Get up or I'll come get you up, sluggerbag.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him.
Ох, не
Now
знаю.
get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table.
Вот это я понимаю, там уже все работают,
Have you
а он,
been...
блядь, спит.
Oh, Henry.
Что за человек?
How many times have I told you about fighting?
It's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Шалопай.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Так. Что мы будем развивать ему? Я думаю, лучше всего красноречие, Чем лучше мы болтаем, тем добрее к нам относятся и меньше проблем беремся. Мы болтали в корчме.
Nothing much. Me and the lads were just having a chat in the tavern. Some wayfarer stopped by. He was telling us what's going on in the world, and well, I lost track of time.
Well, I hope he didn't fill your head with nonsense. Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Да, все-таки красноречие будем
You
качать
think
пока
he's
что.
teaching me sword fighting, don't you? What use would that be
Потом
to
это
me?
нам
Here.
аукнется.
I'm not lying to you, man.
All right, then, if you say so. I don't mean to pry, but you know your father takes a dim view of such things.
Так, ладно, иди к отцу. Так, задачи. Возьмите уроки боя на мечах. Нам надо покушать. О, господи. Это было великолепно. Можно приготовить самому. Но у нас пока ничего нет, к сожалению. Стандартное обучение. Еда, сумка. Это наш инвентарь, показатели сытости. Придется очень много заниматься нашим персом. Так, что там у нас по задачам? Идти к своему отцу, возьми уроки боя на мечах. Ладно. Пошли к отцу пока. Стоп. Это наш семейный склад. И еще котелок. Можно подточить. Так. Компас указывает дорогу. Шофей. Вот эти вот все цветы лучше всего собирать. Потому что за травничество тоже дают опыт, который можно будет раскачивать в дальнейшем.
Come here, I need your help.
Ну давай. Что
At
ты
least
хочешь?
you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzi, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Goodness, that drunkard. That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Значит, нам нужно выбить денег из Куниша.
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the cross guard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home.
И
I know you'll be
пивка
going
отцу
there
принести.
anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Так, идите к своему отцу. Задача выполнена. У нас есть кодекс с журналом заданий. Ну хорошо, на карте все помешается. До Куниша, крестовина, уголь, пиво. Карта очень большая. Я выбрал обычный уровень сложности, так как здесь единственное, что это ограничивает наше передвижение. То есть нету быстрого перемещения от слова совсем. И чуть-чуть меньше количество сохранений. Во всем остальном вообще ничем не отличается. от получения урона до всего остального. Вот, как я уже говорил, я собираю траву, шалфей. Вот. И у меня повысилось травничество. Сейчас вам покажу. Игрок. Навыки. Вот, травничество. Оно скачается. Чем больше вы пассивными навыками занимаетесь, тем больше у вас всяких способностей дополнительных. И эти травы можно будет продавать потом. А деньги нам пригодятся. Чем больше бабок, тем лучше. Так, чё, мужики, как работа?
I'll be with you.
I'm with you, Henry.
How are you?
Father sent me. We're forging a sword for grazzi, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard.
Мы делаем меч для пана.
Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Where shall I start?
Ah, shut up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
Certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
О, да ты угощаешь еще. Какой четкий пацанчик. Ну-ка, давай посмотрим. А у нас денег-то нет, с чего ты, родной, угощать нас всех будешь? Так, вот для задания помечается иное. Ирина, одуванчики, ромашка, шалфей. Возьмите крестовину, это уже у нас есть. Вообще у нас есть... Что у нас? Шалфей вот лучше было бы всего собирать. Он довольно богато стоит. 1 грош целый. Здесь есть замечательная система торговли. Думаю, вам сегодня покажу. Так, это углежок. Здесь мы сможем купить угля для отца.
Hey, Pip, do you want to learn something?
No, I don't think so. Thanks.
Suit yourself.
Так. Возьмите в руки боем на мечах, давай.
Have you recovered from yesterday's great wound?
That was nothing. Except Mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
No mother's happy when her son starts to take an interest in swords. Where there's weapons, there's death. The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a
Вот.
man. And as it happens, today's your
Слово
last chance.
настоящего мужика. Хочу научиться на мечах, повидать
Ready
мир.
to get stuck in?
Давай начнем, погнали.
All right, I'll wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Мистер Ваник. Ваник или Ванек? А пока он найдет, ну как раз шалфей заполируем. Единственное, что мне не нравится, это здесь вот эти постоянные анимации. Ну, почему ее нельзя было какую-нибудь более активную сделать? Травничество повысилось. Все равно мы ждем, пока они в реальном времени ходят. То есть у каждого персонажа есть свои часы, когда он где-то находится. Значит, соответственно, его искать в определенной точке надо. Ну, еще травничество я этим занимаюсь, потому как мы будем здесь заниматься алхимией. Так, ресталище ты узнал где? Еще есть классная штука, надо собирать крапиву. Крапиву лучше собрать в самом начале и побольше. Она стоит не так много. Вот сейчас. Да, крапива стоит не так много, но она нам потом вечное преимущество даст.
So, can we get started?
Да, давай начнем.
Good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Сейчас покажешь.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Перемещение. Так, наведение. Так, снять. Shift снимать наведение. Так автоматически берется наведение. Стрелочка указывает направление, откуда будем бить.
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Обычные рубящие удары.
Once again. Good. Once again. Fine. Now you're getting it.
Ну и они, соответственно, тратят нашу выносливость.
The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times.
Колющие удары.
All right. Nice. Nice. Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Типа цепочку.
Good.
Связи ударов.
Fine. Good. All right. That's enough. I don't know about you.
Спасибо, мужик.
but I'm tired.
Ты научил. Я этого вовек не забуду. Крапива. Крапива и шалфей — наше все. Еще раз травничество повысили. Так. Травничество уже 3. Так, сведения. Сила цветов. Получается, смотрите, вот заполняется полоска определенного качества. За определенное качество мы можем взять определенный навык. В соответствии. Будем поднимать бабки. Буквально на полу. Сейчас пойдем попробуем поднять бабла. Пообщаемся с местными. Привет. Бакалейщики. У них можно продавать, покупать разные товары.
Good health to you.
Ну и тебе. Так, как насчет поторговать? Это его, то, что у него, вещи, то, что он продает. То есть каждый продавец специализируется на определенном продукте. Так, ну, нам надо избавиться, продать, что мы, валерьяну все продаем, крапиву пока оставляем, одуванчики, ромашки и шо, фей мы будем продавать. Так, мы получим примерно 15 местной валюты, грошей. Так, мы можем сразу заключить сделку, а можем поторговаться. И я думаю, давайте поторгуемся лучше.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Why not?
Так, я бы хотел где-то в районе 17.
We agreed?
It'll take more than that to persuade me.
Ну, он согласен примерно на 15,5. Ладно, 15,5 тоже
Very
пойдет.
well.
Всяко больше и лучше. Есть. У нас есть первые деньги. Это уже кое-что.
Satin, damask, scarlet to please the ladies in your eyes. Just come
Типичные торгаши. О, сколько крапивы.
Lace, linen, silk. Come right up and take some home.
Собрал всю крапиву с района. Просто тьма крапивы. Зато смотрите, как чисто. Вот если бы в жизни бы платили за каждую травинку крапивы, можно было бы и в жизни. Ходишь, собираешь, сдаешь. Хотя, может быть, и есть что-то, какая-нибудь профессия подобная. Так, ага.
You can't be serious. Insulting our king.
What? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Gutenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts, traitors.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your
I'm with you, Matthew.
What's
going on here?
Deutsche spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the
Как курица
Austrians?
свалила.
And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
It's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your deal will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
Don't
and
forget about Gutenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
yes, but
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do?
I might have an
Мне
idea.
нравятся эти типичные боевики,
Deutsch deserves to be taught a
участвуют в
lesson.
политике, которые
Doesn't it,
сами не понимают толком. Блин, они даже азбуку, дай бог, наверное, не
Trying to
знают.
end up in the pillory. Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house.
You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well, I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some chairs will do.
What do you say, Henry?
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king.
Да, защитим честь нашего короля.
Are you with us?
Ну, даже не знаю. Да, давайте сделаем. Закидаем говном чужой дом.
Father can wait a while.
My words exactly.
I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Чё, пацаны, куда? Куда идем? Так. Чё, пацаны, каков план?
So are we doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Why me? Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Вот подставщики, а? Ну ладно. Давай попробуем, мы выманим ее. Сейчас только крапивы соберу. Травничество растет. Ладно. Что ты? Жена немца.
What do you want, lad?
Тебе нужно.
I just went by the tavern and your husband was in there talking nonsense. I thought someone should take him home before he gets himself in trouble.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard. That sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Thank you for telling me. I just hope I can catch him before he gets into another fight.
Ну все. Развели девчонку. Репутация понижена. Ну, обманул. Получай.
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king and country,
О,
my
да,
ass.
мужики настоящие.
Good.
Закидать говном чужой дом. Настоящее достижение.
Traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo! Eat shit, Deutsches.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Oh, sons! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbizek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Закидал говном пацана.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Что, файтиться будем? Ау. Так, один повержен.
What are you doing? For God's sake! Stop right now! The catch pole is on his way!
Так, бегите от пристава вместе с друзьями. Ну ладно, побежали. Открытая точка перехода.
Greetings, Henry.
Мы, как настоящие профессионалы, пришли, закидали все говном, подрались и ушли. Ну, чуть-чуть нам дали по голове, это ничего страшного. Количество. У меня 87 копило. Там, кажется, в районе 100 единиц, насколько я, если правильно помню, надо. Угу, здесь у нас еще и купец есть. Немцы пока не будем. Я соберу всю копилу в этом городе. Так, ну у меня уже 122 копилы. Так. У меня есть один общий навык. Могу его вкачать. А, вот живучесть у меня. Плюс 2. А, вот, кстати, я вот получил. Я не знаю, почему у меня не было отмечено. Вот. Сопротивление. Живучесть плюс 2. Эффект почему-то не пометился. Ну да ладно. Один момент буквально. Хочу еще посмотреть. Так. Игрок. Навыки. Вот, сопротивление. Прибавка к живучести плюс 2. А когда мы начнем воевать, учиться, это нам пригодится. Такс. Ну что, пацаны? Как оно?
Well, we sorted that Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Good point. It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches. Never a dull moment with you lot. Anyway, nice job at the Deutsches.
Матуш, может, ты что-нибудь скажешь?
Anyway, nice job at the...
Ну ничего, он просто угорает и все. Вот смешно ему, смешно. Так, ладно. Что у нас там следующее по заданиям? Купи мешок угля, получи деньги с куниша за долг и купить пиво в корчме. Я уж почти травничество докачал, так что сейчас я соберу вот это вот. Вот, наконец-то. Доступно новое очко умений. Мы его возьмем. Травничество. У нас и вот оно по дефолту сопротивление висит. Мы можем... Так, лошадиная мята и сила цветов. Если в вашей сумке достаточно трав, вы получите плюс 2 к обаянию. Давайте, да. Выучим обаяние. Может, сможем даже договориться. Так, и это куниш.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Так, отец меня прислал за твоими грошами.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for
Ты
the
нам
axe,
должен
hammer and nails.
деньжат.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
You know you owe father for a lot more than just the axe and hammer. If he went to the bailiff about it, you'd be in deep water. At least pay for the tools if you can't pay for everything.
I told you I have no coin, you bastard. Get the hell out of here, or I'll use the axe on you.
Он меня послал. Здесь вот нам показано, что мы можем определенные навыки применять в общении, то есть социальные. Тем больше мы воюем, мы можем использовать подкуп. Чем мы лучше в статусе социальном, тем нам профитней. Так. Давайте, нужно платить долг.
Look, I know things aren't easy. Wife ran off, booze is dear these days, and you're as much use as a square wheel. It's no wonder you're short of coin. But a debt's a debt, and I can't leave here without something.
If I had
О,
anything to
успех.
give, I'd give it.
Репутация
I've got
повысилась,
nothing.
репутация
Leave me in
понизилась.
peace, all of you. And don't come back.
Так, попробуйте другими способами забрать у куниша топор, молоток и гвозди. Ладно.
God save you, Henry.
Может, мне пацаны помогут?
We've sorted out Deutsch. Now I've got someone else to deal with.
Another beating? Count me in.
Kunesh owes money to my father, but he won't pay. I'll have to shake it out of him.
Sure, mate. You helped us, so we'll help you.
Let's get to it then. Kadesh, get out here, you old goat. I've something to show you.
What the fuck are you here for? You want me to take a whip to you or call a catch pole? Just try it, you old fuck. Oh! There!
Вау.
Ow! Enough! Enough! I give up. Take what you want.
Ну. Вот сразу бы так унишь. Сразу бы отдал. Нет, блин, что-то ломается. Ничего у меня нет. Ну, правда, у него хата вообще какая-то пустая. Ну, по крайней мере, я теперь не голоден. Так, гвозди, молоток. Так, обаяние 8, скрытность, здоровье. Ну, пока все в порядке. У меня даже 15 грошев, зверобой, крапива, шофей. Можно это все продавать, идти. Столганемся.
Hey, Henry's come to see us.
God save Henry.
Давай, торговка.
God be with you. What?
И с тобой, Бог. И с тобой. Ладно, давай продаем. Зверобой. Гвозди. Молоток. Дуванчик. Шофей. Всю крапиву. И топор. Так, давай. Хочу поторговаться.
Let's talk about the.
Sure, why not?
Так, 21 мне маловато. Давай-ка, может, до 25 хотя
This
бы.
enough?
That's too much.
Хотя бы 22,5. Уже кое-что.
Oh, that's a decent price.
Да, подняли бабок. Так, у меня 38 монет.
Good health to you.
Давай-ка начнем торговать. Мне нужен уголь. Мне надо 10 угля у него. Поторгуемся?
Let's talk about the.
Why not?
Ну просто всю сумму отдавать.
Since
как-то
it's you.
не хочу.
That's a poor.
Ну вот. Хотя бы 4,6.
I'll go for
Конечно,
that.
мало, но это для начала. Мы еще просто никакущий косипош. И что у нас по задаче? Купите пиво в корчме. Осталось одно единственное. Так, игрок. Есть общие навыки. Можно их. Так. Можете на 30% дольше обеспеченный голод скотит вас сильнее. Запах мужика. Твое обаяние увеличивается. Однако люди чувствуют твой запах за версту, что снизит твою незаметность на 30%. Нет, не вариант. Лазутчик увеличивает дистанцию обзора перехода. Быстрое выступление. Ночной наездник. Ваша выносливость станет на 20% быстрее. Ночью на 10% медленнее. Странник. Чем хуже постель, тем лучше вы спите. Так, я пока эти навыки принимать не буду. Они просто мне сейчас бесполезны. Понять бы, как еще живучесть, ловкость, сила, красноречие. Ну, красноречие это понятно, надо торговать, постоянно что-то выпутывать, еще какие-нибудь информацию получить всеми возможными способами. Наше обаяние. Ладно, пойдемте за пивасом. Так. А, это Бланка, девчина, за которой Генри ухаживает.
You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Что мне сюда привело? Конечно, ты меня сюда привела.
Beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Так. Ну, даже кувшин пива для отца.
Need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks.
Блин, а лучше бы он ночью ей заплатил.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanya?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
О, что-то особенное? Что это?
Now what would that be?
Your favorite Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Так, мы получили спасительный шнапс для сейва нашего. Так, у нас все есть даже деньги, спасительный шнапс, кружка пива, уголь. Так. Тут есть азартные игры.
God be with you.
Давай сыграем в кости. Нет, что-то дорого. Пойду отсюда.
Goodbye.
Слишком дорого для этого. Прежде чем разговаривать с отцом, у нас тут здоровье подупало. Можно тут позабавиться и мать попросить подхилить. Я поранился.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as... You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Кстати, вот, научиться самому. Здесь есть что-то подобие, типа, навыков по лечению, вскрытие замков, карманные кражи, охота, починка, травничество, чтение. Да, чтение здесь идет за отдельный навык. Нам придется пойти в монашество и, наконец-то, научиться читать.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. Have you got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together. By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more.
Ну да, конечно, он, блин, голыми руками
That's it.
вставляет.
Done.
А это
Now file it down so it sits well in the hand.
для
I'll
цевья
prepare
он
the
делает. Ну, в то время, кстати, изготовление мечей довольно шикарная работа была кузнецом.
Father, why did you leave Prague?
Почетная.
Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Не, ну обрамление деревянным мечом это такое себе.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready.
Терезочка.
Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Сундуки. Ну давай сходим за гвоздями. Нам-то чё? Шнырь туда-сюда, сходи да принеси. Так. А вот, гвозди для Терезы. О, отвар. 30 добавляет 30. Избавляет от похмелья и прекращает действие зелья Лазаря. Отличная штука. Возьмем повязку и спасительный шнапс. Мало ли что нам сейчас пригодится. Принести гвозди Терезе.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
О, вечером танцы будут?
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
А пацанчик-то любит на девок заглядываться.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a
Let
commoner?
him try it. You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Sman?
True, Sir Radzik. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Isma. Have a safe journey to Sasa.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzik. Thank you for the hospitality.
Я будто кинцо смотрю, не играю. Интерактивное.
Long peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzik said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
Talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree, and by your mother's side.
So do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them.
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry.
Это
happened?
маска. Гонец. У-у-у. Какие жесткие ребята. Ну да.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Прям на бег.
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Isaac. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Жестко.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah,
Get through the gates!
Ой, ты такой дебилоид, а. Ну, папаша хорошо сражается. О, ну конечно, вот это понимаю. Мужики, о да, и копьем-то еще в спину и в бочину, господи. 12 мужиков убивают одну женщину. Да. О, лысый, ты попал. У нас теперь есть мотивация.
come on, Hal! You can still make it! Run! Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Беги, Генри, беги! Меч пана, адская кобыла. Так, ну нам, как сказали, лучше сваливать. И побыстрее. Вот, смотрите, все горит, кстати. Так, и чтобы... Уебки. Садись! Все. Все, Терезе мы помогли. Уходим. А, все, они как раз за нами. Уходим, уходим, уходим. Кстати, наша первая лошадь. Они всех просто мочат. Стрела в ногу. В ляжку. Господи, это больно. Несомненно. Так, у нас висит кровотечение. Встаньте. Сейчас стрелять. Там народ кладут. Ай.
Left. Talmog is to the left, along the stream.
Ну вот так вот. Полями и озерами.
Run for it!
Господи, я весь изранен.
Run for it!
И здоровье прям потихонечку срезается. Мирительный крест. О, больно.
Flee! To Talmor! Warn the others! They've tore its scallops!
Давай, давай. Выжимай лошадиные силы.
Run for it!
Так, ладно, я тебя понял. Все, успели. И тебя туда же.
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from?
What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tartars?
Tartars, you say? Well, we'll deal with that later.
Татары.
First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that hair out.
Это боль. Это же жестко.
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand?
Нифига, он жесткий мужик.
There you go. Good as new.
Ха! Как новенький, нифига.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Собакины.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robart. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? Were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. Sigismund attacks. They can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robart. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robart, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Блин, ну хоть немного позаботились о пацане. С паном Барриком.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
Однозначно. Так, и где у вас тут кухня? Пекарь.
I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous man and a good one. We'll take...
Так, а почему у меня? Где репутация понижена? Тамберг. А, воровни у меня. Почему-то... Странно, странно, странно.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Спасибо, мужик. Так, ну что, давайте перекусим и пойдем в сторожку спать. Пюре из чечевиц. Так. Хаваем через инвентарь. Так, пища. Съесть. Ага. Ну, кстати, все еще голодные. Давайте рогаликов возьмем. Все уберем. Жареных уток. Нам там что-то за вино? А, во, вино. Ну, я думаю, что пить мы не будем. Но потребление вина может привести так. А вот покушать мы прям освоим. Сытость. Так, и рогаликов. Так, 2 порции вина. О, у нас глаза аж слепаются. Так.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Ладно, погнали. Нелегко быть крестьянином. Я спать. Так, сядьте. Так, спать, сумка. Кодекс. Кодекс мне не интересно спать.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
Просто оборванец такой.
Forgive the intrusion.
О, нифига себе.
Wake you, boy. Did I?
Какая дама к нам пришла.
My lady,
No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. To let you know you're not
Такая
alone.
дама заботится о простолюдине.
Thank you.
Как нашим Кассипоше.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Так, давай расставьте на
You
беге.
might be right, my lady. I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Я пошел забрать долг.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to father. He sent me to collect it from him.
Прикольный баг.
Only Kunish had no
Как его
intention.
пододвинуло.
It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved. But Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help
Индра,
him with
тебе
his
вообще
work,
так
and I was
удобно?
looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Огромная толпа нападавших.
A horde of soldiers was amassed.
О, доступна новочка
Pennants
умений.
flapped in the wind.
За
The
красноречие.
armor glinted in the sunlight and the horses
Видимо, не
roared.
зря я в него все-таки вкидываюсь.
They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack,
How awful.
and then death descended on Skalitz.
Как они убили мою мать и отца.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, knights in full armour, saw Father and charged at him, cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother, and he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy.
Бедный парень.
May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Так. Да, мне нужна, короче, была
I needed
лошадь.
a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Конечно, истинный христианин. Ты просто очко свое
It was
спасал.
Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped.
Господи, какой добрый
I
парень.
succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
why he lets such things
Да,
happen.
да.
Poor
На все
boy.
воля Божья,
I
ребят.
understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding.
Сатаны.
Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith. Whatever
Святая
life
женщина.
Fate has not been merciful to me and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain.
Короче,
He
это дело
imprisoned my
гарнизон.
husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
Типа заботится о всех.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus,
Ну
did I
и что
finally
дальше?
lay eyes on my
Ну, увидела
husband
ты
once
своего
more.
мужа.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Короче,
So Divish
бессмысленно
seems
было.
like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young. Beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true.
О, смотри,
But
госпожа
what am I doing
подкатывает, а?
bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Куда ты с грязными башмаками на кровать, козлина? Ой, вот не было такого. Да в смысле не будь трусом?
Wake up. You don't want to miss this.
Is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
все равно даже поспать толком не дали. И на стену по лестнице у ворот. И факел со стола. Так, факел, ап. Не думаю, что нам сейчас оружие в руке нужно. Ой. Я ничего не потерял, нет. Так, на стену по лестнице. Стены поговорите с статутом. Открытое ношение оружия могут позвать стражу. Ясно. Лучше без заточки ходить. Что случилось?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on scouts.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Right, we will. Good luck to you.
Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left a storm into the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Radzai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people.
Да, вы подольше поговорите, пока народ на улице мерзнет под дождем без дома и денег.
You're right there. Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of her.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Hovel of Balding.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will, and good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out! Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way from my head out.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
Ну, допустим.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements, my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yesterday.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. Don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Take care.
Угу. Ладно, держи кого. Как его держать-то? Что мне нужно делать? Так.
Jesus Christ be praised. May the Lord watch over you.
Частная территория. Ладно.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait.
I will. Thank you.
Прикольно. Просто типа, прислонись к стене, подожди. И будет тебе счастье. У нас караул до утра, так что... Так, ладно, погнали дальше. Что у нас там наружная стена? Крестьянский лук из ясеня. Я думаю, мы потом найдем ему хорошее применение.
Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Ratsig Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Ratsig Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ой, бедный Косипоша, а? В какую фигню он вообще попал?
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Ну да, мужик вообще красавчик, договорился, и еще никто не погиб. Так, что у нас там? Похороните родных, поговорите с паном Бородском. Заполучи лошадь.
My respects to you.
Нужно попасть в
So,
Скalitz.
Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Ну, я с ним в любом случае не договорюсь. Так что... давайте попробуем. Ладно, не важно. Так. Что по заданиям? Так, получите лошадь, выберитесь из замка. Ну, давай. Понимаю. Я еще грязный, как черт последний. Так. Сыто 79, нет, нормально. Либо хоть бадью найти помыться. Так, ну даже шмотки более-менее чистые. Ладно. Может, я выйти хочу.
My respects to you.
I need to get out of here.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it. But it looks like we'll both be disappointed. Sir Divish gave orders not to open the gate, and you especially are not to be let out.
Так.
Never mind.
У меня там есть пара навыков, я помню, мне дали. Может быть, я смогу как-нибудь договориться. Вот красноречие. Так. Возможность продолжения. Представитель знати во время разговора с богатыми людьми. Красноречие усиливается на 3. Не сочетается простолюдин. Простолюбин. Красноречие усиливается на 3. Когда вы говорите с обычными людьми, не сочетается с умением представитель знати. Давайте простолюдин возьмем тогда. Так, есть контакт и... Что у нас? Сумка. Игровая характеристика. У нас есть навык первая помощь. Позволяет вам накладывать повязки. Но эти способности мне пока также не нужны. Я их оставляю. Навыки боя. Бей мечом нет. Верховая езда у нас чуть-чуть повышена. Пьянство. Так, и репутация у нас ровно никакая. Мерка. Скалица. Ну и скалицы, конечно, там все совсем замечательно, потому что там все мертвы. Ладно, давайте попробуем договориться. Так, мне нужно выбрать. Давайте попробуем. Мне нужно похоронить.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to bury them. I can't leave them to the dogs.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think up?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I can say I didn't recognize you? If a Talmberg soldier turns up all kitted out properly, in armor.
Alright, I'll have a...
Ладно, понятно. Найди доспех караулки над воротами. Знаете, что я хочу? Так, пища. Тварь скалендовый, рогалик. Оружие. Стрела плохого качества откуда-то у меня еще 5 штук целых. Доспехи, моя одежда, отвар, рогалик, спасительный шнапс. Так, меч пана Рацка кобыла. Гороши. Нет. Нет. Ладно. Это мы закроем. Так, ну здесь нужна отмычка. У нас нет отмычки. Так, ладно. Я здесь где-то торгаша видел. Думаю, у него купим отмычку и попробуем вскрыть. Вот он, кажется. Да. Так, мы можем с ним договаривать. Так, у нас здесь карта сокровищ. Здесь спрятан клад. Состояние торговца. Наша репутация хорошая. Давайте попробуем. Купим у него 2 отмычки. И продадим ему вино. Вот так вот. И стрелы. Мне они никуда. Так. Отмычки 14 2. То есть я ему должен 20-ку заплатить. У меня 33, так что давайте поторгуемся. Так, я хочу хотя бы до 15. Попробую сбить. 19. Ну, явно не 21, уже кое-что. Экономика и репутация повысилась еще. Замечательно. Мастер торговли. Так, придется в один спасительный шнапс. Ну, давайте. Думаю, имеет смысл засейвиться сейчас. Так, загрузить. Линия жизни беги. 22, 24. Так. И да. Это мы закрываем. Меньше видят, крепче спят. Угу. У нас, кстати, действует опьянение из-за того, что я сохранился. Вот, а так как я сохранился, я, значит, бухой в конину. Ну вот, приличный мужчина теперь уже. Так. Беги из замка. Давайте лошадь возьмем еще. Нам по-любому она пригодится. Что, украсть ее? Вот. Сесть верхом на лошадь. Нам же лошадь по-любому нужна.
I need to get out.
Then I'm afraid you're out of... Ah, I see. All right, God be with you.
Да, мы никому не расскажем. И ничего и не было. Так, покиньте замок и доберитесь до скалицы. Я пока что не могу использовать быстрый переход, к сожалению. Ну, тогда погнали на лошади. Будем покачивать верховую езду.
to wait for me here, friend. Better to keep going on my own.
Ну да, здесь вообще полная разруха. Ну, видимо, пока из-за того, что у нас облучение, нам и не давали быстрого перемещения. Убили, сожгли. Беги. Продолжаем это возвращение домой. Сушеные грибы возьмем. Так, ну вон там какой-то чепушило есть. Конечно. Так, рубящий, колящий, заход цели, блок. Q. Все.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Сразу, блин. Ага, конечно. Мочи всех. Все мы знаем, что он по-любому бы на нас напал. Скажем, капец. Нет, оставлю. Вообще не вижу прикола оставлять их в покое. Так, крыша, крендель. Хотя крендель это тема. Это все полумертвое. Дождище льет. Еще сушеные. Не, это уже все. Я помню, здесь есть какой-то продукт, то ли сушеное, то ли вяленое мясо, или какие-то там сушеные продукты. Их можно носить с собой довольно долго, потому что они по понятным причинам вяленые. О, монетка. И это все нам в походах пригодится. Мне бы такие побогаче бы тела. Это... Так, это у нас углежок тут. Продолжим. Очередняга. О, убежал. Ну, ладно. Не, я за ним не побегу. Это не сдался.
What did these poor souls ever do to them?
Нет, тут ничего. Что он пытался? Я думаю, не, может быть он, конечно, что-то уже и нашел. Но это не для нас. Так. Часовня. Мы еще здесь ничего не понимаем, так как мы не обучены языку.
Hey, who's there? What's going on there? Well, I never. The pit turns up willingly for...
Что за... Наглая чепушня полетела, а? Не, все грязное, все не, я такое носить не буду. Я парень благородных кровей. Так. У нас сила чуть-чуть увеличилась. Так, как скала. Бешеное блокирование щитом. Расходит на 30% меньше. Могильщик. Перенос трупов и людей без сознания не тратит вашу выносливость, а также не... они будут казаться вдвое легче. Ну, кстати... Я щитом блокировать не буду, а вот это вот могильщик интересно. Может быть, это даже пригодится. Угу. Так, видение боя у меня чуть-чуть получше стало. Ладно, погнали. Так. Спортивное ориентирование. Так, здесь занято. Мы здесь явно не пройдем. Мы здесь явно не пройдем, а мы вот здесь вот. Значит, у нас вариант только обходить повдоль. Здесь. Сюда же? Да, сюда же. Через главные ворота. Падает. Может как-нибудь с лука, потом его можно будет снять. Так. Лошадинка. О, очередной чепуш. Ну-ка, интересно, если я вот остался к нему. Подойду. Ну, кстати, я у входа близко. Тут дождь меня должен скрывать. Он по-любому чем-то поживиться захотел.
Well, I never. The pit turns up willingly for the slaughter. Show what you're made of.
Доработали. Тварь из колен мы выберем. Жан Рено. Ладно.
we're sorry we did this to you. In the end, you were a hero. You didn't run away. Didn't abandon me.
Там ловко было. О, это Бьянка.
Why? Not you. It wasn't supposed to be you, Bianca. I'll find the bastards that did this to you.
Кольцо Бьянки.
I'll find them.
Не шнапс.
I'll straighten them. I'll take care of my parents. And then I'll come back for you. I won't leave you like this.
Ну, стрел надсажено, да.
Why did you do it to me, Father? Why? Why did you leave me?
Братан, никто тебя не оставлял, они умерли, знаешь?
Forgive me. Forgive me for everything. Next time I won't run. I'll never run away again. I'll find the one who did this to you. I remember his face. I'll find him.
Так. Мы нашли своих родителей. Найти лопату. Ну, тут лопата, лопата, лопата. Вот и лопата нашлась, кстати.
Get away, you mutt! Get away, you beast!
What's going on? Bishop? What in God's name are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing? Digging turnips? The beast just went for me.
Isn't that Mutt the butcher's? Isn't that body the butcher's?
Yeah, that's him. What's that got to do with anything?
I'd say the poor creature is standing guard over his master. You weren't trying to get to him, were you?
What do you care what I'm doing? What are you doing?
Came to bury my parents.
So bury them and leave me be.
Держи ко мне лопату.
You have to dig a grave. I can't find another.
What's it worth to you? I see you have a fine sword. I'll gladly trade you my spade for that.
Нифига ты, какой чепух. Меч на лопату.
Fine. I'll take this spade and you can have the sword. You can have it right up your ass.
You think you can talk that way just because you've got a sword?
Bullshit. I don't know much about sword fighting.
Suits me. I'll knock your
Средневековые чепуши дерутся.
That's right. Turn tail and run, you bastard.
Козёл.
Easy there, boy. You know me. A good master won't be needing this anymore.
Соль, груша. Я все возьму. Ну пойдемте копать могилку. Общий уровень. Так. Бой без оружия. Ну, типа, на кулаках. Топором, луком. Может, что, на хате осталось? В смысле украсть? Это моя вообще-то хата. И незаметность повысилась. Так. Так, игральная кость Индриха, Кроши, Геркулесово предпочтение. Чтение редким навыком в средневековье, так как сын кузнеца едва ли мог быть грамотным для того, чтобы понимать текста. Найди того, кто научит вас. Тому. Понятно. Так, значит, доспехи. Кольцо бланки у нас есть. Немного пищи. Так, игральная кость, которую тайно сделал Индриху, чтобы принесла ему удачу в любви, поэтому он предпочитает ее не использовать для игры. Ага. Учебник по силе. Немецкий Геркулес его почти... Пьер... Господи, это прекрасный язык. Мы не можем читать, ладно. Вот что значит чепушило, который не может даже прочитать. О, псинка. Я слишком рано скипнул. О. Короче, пошел вот эти вот ребята, хотели все здесь пограбить. Точнее, чувак, у которого мы забрали лопату.
Chief is going to like it. It's new, isn't it? Now, for the maiden bloodletting. Surely your father never would have imagined it would be your blood. I believe there's a word for such moments. The old man would certainly know. But I'm just a common killer. Did you help make it? No doubt you did. Such miserable luck. To die by the sword you helped forge.
Hey, go fuckers!
Бьянка. Девчонка, которой мы помогли.
The games are over.
Правильно, мочите их, ребята. Да, ребят, и это только начало движа. Так, ладно. Как мы будем спасать родителей? Или это опять его флешбеки?
Ezért kivélem.
Крестьяне, крестьяне.
Do you need some help?
Чисто такие вьетнамские флешбеки. Поствоенные.
Henry! There's work to be done.
За какую работу? За какую, мать твою, работу?
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise. Henry, can you hear me? Get up, Henry. Wake up. It's a new day. Henry, can you hear me? Hallelujah. I thought you'd never wake. Were you having a nightmare?
Teresa?
Still have a fever. Uncle won't be pleased, but you'll have to stay in bed.
What?
We're at my uncle's mill in Rattay. I didn't know where else to go.
What happened?
You don't remember anything? I suppose that's not surprising. I found you in Skalitz after those bandits attacked you. I thought they'd done for you, but you were still breathing. Why in heaven's name did you go back there? It was madness. They slaughtered everyone who didn't run.
My parents, I wanted to bury them. I had to...
Don't worry. I took care of it.
Thank you.
Any good Christian would have done the same. Now sleep. You need your strength back. You're awake.
Good morning.
It's near midnight. You've slept all day.
Oh. Oh, I feel like a horse fell on me.
The beating you took was worse. But at least the fever's broken.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
I'm not surprised. I'll bring you water and something to eat. In the meantime, rest. You're still very weak. Good morning to you. How's the invalid today?
Ugh, haven't felt as good as this since they lashed me to the wheel and quartered me on the town square.
Got your sense of humour back. You must be better. My uncle will be glad to hear it. I had a job persuading him to let me bring you here. If you'd lain around much longer, he really would have dumped you on the town square. You can stay until you find somewhere else to live, but my uncle will want payment for taking you in and caring for you.
I've been lying here long enough.
Uncle will be pleased he's one mouth less to feed. But are you truly well enough?
Well enough to do what has to be done. Where can I find Sir Radzig?
He's in the lower castle in Perkstein. He's a guest of Sir Hanush of Leipa. But someone like you can't just walk up bold as you please and demand an audience.
I know Sir Radzig, and I didn't bring him his sword as I was supposed to. I must see him.
If you insist. But you need to speak to my uncle first. You've been in your sickbed for over a fortnight while he paid the apothecary to tend to you, and for medicine. That's a good deal of a coin you owe him.
I've been lying here 2 weeks. My God.
Better a fortnight in bed than an eternity in the grave. If it weren't for my uncle, you wouldn't be here at all.
I owe you both my life, and I'll repay my debt. You have my word.
All right. But before you go to town, you should eat something. You're still weak. There's food on the table for you.
Так, ребята, мы на этом закончим. Завтра мы будем продолжать нашу богемию, спасать нашего... О, нас очень далеко занесло. Спасать нашего Кассипошу из разных ситуаций, в которые нас приведет все это дело. Будем учиться, будем развиваться, может быть, чего-нибудь даже достигнем. Надеюсь, как не полные нули. Хотя бы научиться чему-нибудь. Даже тому владению мечом. Ладно, всем спасибо и до завтра. Надеюсь, вам понравилось. Всего доброго и пока.